Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, okay. Alright. Is everybody able to see? Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Alright. Let us begin Elevation to Krishna Consciousness, the second book you should read if you are starting the Bhakti Yoga. If you are uh, onto the devotional service and you want to know which book should you read, the second you should read Elevation to Krishna Consciousness, which is I think it is written by it is written by His Divine Grace S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. So we can read it. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances on my spiritual master who has opened my eyes blind of darkness, ignorance with the torchlight of knowledge. In it is customary in this verse that to offer obeisances to the spiritual master who enlightens his disciple in matter of transcendental knowledge. The Vedic process does not involve research in mundane scholarship. We have we have uh, we have to show our academic learning by some research, but Vedic process is different. The Vedic process is the research work is process. The research work is already done, it is complete, and it is simply handed down by disciplic succession from teacher to student. There is no question of research because instruments and means that which one conducts such research work are burnt and im- imperfect. At this stage of our material existence, we are conditioned many laws of nature. All conditions sold are subject to four defects due to imperfection. Imperfection. They are imperfection of their senses. Just I'll take a minute. Just oh yeah. All right. Let me okay. Where was I? I forgot. Wait. Okay. Let me just um imperfection. Imperfection. Let me read from here. Here. This thing of their senses. One defect that the condition soul is certain to commit mistakes. That there is no man who does not commit mistakes. In India, for instance, Mahatma Gandhi was supposed to be very great personality, but has also committed mistake. Five minutes before he came to meeting at which he was killed. He was warned by confidential associate not to go. He was but he persisted. To commit mistakes is very natural in conditioned state of life. Indeed, the popular saying has as in to err is human. Another imperfection of the conditioned soul is that he is not sure to be illusionized. Being illusionized means accepting something which is not phantasmagoria to be factual. Even one of us under the imperfection that we are these bodies, but actually we are not. Accepting the body of to be self is called illusion or maya. The third imperfection in conditioned soul, we have tendency to cheat. We we have often heard shopkeepers say, because you are my friend, I won't make any profit of you. But in actuality, he know we know that he is making at least 50% profit. There there are so many instances of intense to cheating propensity. There are also many examples of teacher who actually know nothing but fourth but fourth theories, words like perhaps or it may be, while in actuality they are simply cheating the students. The the fourth imperfection in the senses of the living entity is are not perfect. Our vision is limited, that we cannot see very far, nor very near. The eye can see only under certain condition, and therefore it is understood that the vision is limited. Similarly, all our other senses are also limited. It is not possible to understand understand the unlimited by these imperfect, limited senses, the illusion. The conclusion is that Vedic process does not encourage us to endeavor to learn the absolute truth by employing our present senses, which are conditioned in so many ways. We are if we are to have knowledge, it must come from a superior source which is not conditioned by these four imperfections. That is Krishna. That source is Krishna. Is the supreme authority of Bhagavad Gita. He accepted the perfect authority by so many saints and sages. Those who are serious in Vedic literature accept authority. Bhagavad Gita, for example, not a scholarly presentation which occurs out of so much work, so much research work. It is perfect knowledge that was taught by Lord Krishna to Arjun on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. We receive information from the previous ages of Krishna also taught it to uh, the sun god Vivasan, and it is handed down from time from Vivasan by disciplic succession. In imam visvate yogam prokatvam aham avyam visavsavan manyeve pralaha manur iva vevike. The blessed Lord said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivasan, um, and Vivasan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu turned instructed into Iswaku. If we study the Bhagavad Gita according to the academic knowledge or according to the mental speculation, we are certain to commit mistakes. It is not possible to understand Bhagavad Gita in this way. It is necessary to follow carefully in the footsteps of Arjuna in previous ages. Due to interpretation and mental speculation, the real purport of Bhagavad Gita was lost. Therefore, Krishna re-established the teaching by giving to them to Arjuna. Ibam parampara praptam ibam ibam brashayo vidhu sakalena mahata yogo nashta parantapa sa evam maya tedya yogaha prokah पूरन्त भक्तोऽसि मे सुखचेति राधे श्याम. Istad Uttam. The supreme science was thus received through a chain of disciplic succession. Just a second, everybody. Oh, I have to leave, I think. Alright, let me leave. I'll make. No one's gonna come, I know. So, anyways, who cares? Okay. Okay, where was I? According to the change of the disciplic succession and saintly saintly king understood at that way, but in the course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it appears to be lost. That very the that very ancient science of the relationship, the supreme personality is today told by me to you because you are my devotee as well as my friend. Therefore, you can understand the transcendental mystery of this science. Thus, whoever follows the footsteps of Arjuna approaching Krishna in spirit of devotion can understand the purpose of Bhagavad Gita as well as all other Vedic literatures. We are for Vedas Sama, are Vedas Sama, RG Rick, RG, RG, Yuzur and Attava, four, okay, Atrava. And there are 108 Upanishads, including Isopanishad, Katha Upanishad, and Tai- Taitaya Upanishad, as well as uh, Vedanta Sutra, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Bhagavad Gita. These literatures are not meant to for any particular class of men, but for totally of human society. All societies can take advance of Vedic knowledge to perfect human knowledge, to perfect human life. As pointed out, the before, human life is not meant for sense gratification, for understanding God in the universe and own identity. From Vedic literatures, we can understand that this material body is only a material manifestation of complete creation of God. In larger portions of God's creation is found in the spiritual world, in Vaikuntha, above and beyond the material nature. There is superior spiritual nature, as Krishna states in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhumirapo nahalo vibha akammano buddhir evacha ahankara itam me vihana prakirtir astada अपरेयम इतस्तव अन्यं प्रकृतिं विधि मे परम जीवभूतं महाभावो येदम धर्यते जगत earth earth water fire air ether mind intelligence and false ego all other these these eight compiles comprise my separated material energies. Beside this interfere nature, oh mighty Arjuna, there is superior energy of mind, which is all living entities who are struggling, uh, which is all living entities who are struggling with material nature and stunning the universe. There are many material universe clustered there, for all these universes constitute the material creation. Beyond these clusters of countless material universe is the spiritual sky, which is also mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Natad vasayate sunyo na sanyo na pravaka yatva igatva ne nivrittete tadharma param mama. The wand of mine is not illuminated by sun or moon, nor by electricity, and anyone who reaches it never come back in this material world. The superior nature, which is beyond this material nature, is eternal. There is no history of ever having to begin. Mm, it has neither beginning or end. uh, परस्तस्मत्तु भावो भयातो विस्कत् सनातना यस सर्वेषु भूतेषु नरेषु न विनश्यति अव अवतो क्रस्र इति उक्ता तम अहुः परामं गतं यं प्राप्य न निवृत्ते Tadharma parama mama. There is another yeah, eternal nature which is transcendental to this manifested and non-manifested matter. It is supreme and never annihilated. There, when all these words is inhalated, the part remains it is as it is. The supreme status is called manifested and ineffable, and this is the highest destination. Going there, one never returns from returns from that my spiritual amount. The Vedic religion or Varnashram Dharma is also eternal because no one trace out its beginning. Christian the Christian religion has the history of 2000 years, and the Mohammedan religion, and Mohammedan religion means Islam religion has a history of 1300 years. But if we trace out the origins of Vedic religion, we will be not able to find out the beginning of Varnashram Dharma is accepted as eternal religion of living entity. We often say God created this material nature and means that means God existed before the world. Since the God was existing before the material manifestation, he is not he is not the subject of this creation. If if he to the laws he if he were the material subject of the laws of the materialist world, he could have created it. The Lord is simultaneously identical with his creation and yet exists in completeless part of from it stated in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, sloka 45. Mayatam idam sarvam jagad avyakta muritena matstani sarvabhutani machaham testa abhiteta na cha mat asthani न चामत अस्तानि भूतानि पश्यामे युगम ईश्वरम भूतभृहं च न च भूतस्थो महात्मा भूत भावनः. In my transcendental form, I pervade all this creation. All things are resting in me, but I am not in them. Again, everything is created that is created does not rest on me. Beyond my materialistic opulence, although I am the maintainer of all entities, although I am everywhere, still myself is very source of creation. Actually, we all are spirit source and intended to associate with God in the spiritual sky, where there where are innumerable spiritual planets and innumerable spiritual living entities. However, those who are not fit to live in the spiritual world are sent to this material world. This is very this is very idea is expressed by Milton in Paradise Lost. Although spirit soul we have voluntarily accepted this material body. By it all accepting it also it have also created threefold miseries of material nature. Exactly when we accepted it and how we accepted it is it cannot be traced out. No one can trace out the out no one can trace out history of when conditions sold first began accepting this material bodies. All present Darwin's theory of elevation of organic matter is very prominent in instruction of higher learning, but there is information in Padma Purana and the authoritative scripture in the of the living beings. Spiritual evolution from one body from to another body. Purana involves us that there are eight uh, 80 100,000 million 8,400,000 forms of living entities, 900,000. Oh wait, oh yeah, okay, 8 crore, 8 crore, and 900,000 of which live within water, and there are 100,000 okay, 2 million species almost, almost among us, the plants and vegetables alone. At present, everyone is giving stress to Darwin's theory, but the Vedic literature there is immense information about different species. Darwin expressed that opinion that the species are evolving from lower forms of life, but this is not the whole truth. Soul may progress from lower forms to higher form, but in the beginning of the creation, all species were created by Krishna, as indicated in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, 7 to 8. Sarvam bhutani kaunteya prakirtim yati mi mamikam kalpakasya punastane kalpadu vishna jarmeham prakirtim सर्वम अवस्थाभ्य बीजामि पुनः भूताजरमं इहं कृष्णम अवम प्रकृ प्रकृतिर्वास्त as o son Kunti, the end of minimalism, every material every material manifestation uh, uh okay enters onto my nature, and the beginning of another millennium by my potency, and I again create the whole cosmetic order is under me, by my will, which will is manifested again and again. By my will, it is inherited at the end. All of these living entities are subject to threefold miseries, including those miseries pertaining the body and mind. Animals cannot understand that they are suffering, but human beings can. One who does not know that he is suffering in animal consciousness. Animals may be standing behind the fence to be slaughtered, but they do not understand this. As human beings, we should be con, cognizant that we are suffering the pains of birth, old age, disease, and death, and and should be in necessary to know how to avoid these miseries. We we have been suffering from the beginning of our birth. When we was a baby, we were slightly tightly uh, placed for 9 months in the womb of the mother. After birth, suffering continues. All the mother may may take care much of her child. Baby still cries. Why? Because he is suffering. Either the either a bug is biting, or the in the pain in the stomach, or some other melody 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 melody. I don't know what is that. Whatever the case, the suffering goes on. The child also suffers when he is forced to go to school. When when he does not want to, child does not want to the child does not want to study, but the teacher gives him tasks anyway. If we carefully analyze our lives, we will find that they are full of suffering. Generally speaking, of conditioned soul are not very intelligent, and therefore they go suffering without ever inquiring any. We should understand, however, that suffering is there, and if there is a remedy, We must take the advantage of it. This says Rasabhadeva instructed his son in the way. My dear son, in this life, you have acquired these beautiful bodies. Now you should know that they are not meant for sense gratification like the bodies of hawks and dogs, but for spiritual realization. Is essentially that Rasa Bhava is saying that life of sense gratification is meant for its two liters like hogs. And now that we are in the higher form of life, we should not try to imitate uh, the lower forms. Recently, we are surprised to see while walking in the Central Park of New York City that the young American boys and girls engaged worshipping hogs. What does hogs mean? I'm confused. Let me search it up. Hogs. What does hogs mean? He's he's saying it every single time. Prabhupada is saying it every single time, and I'm not able to guess the meaning of it. Just a second, everybody. What does hogs mean? Hogs. Oh. Meaning a domesticated pig, especially over 120 pounds and and reared to be for slaughter. Oh, uh, reared. Okay. Especially okay, and reared for slaughter. Reared for slaughter. What does that mean? Let me search it up in Nepali because I'm in Nepali. Sumuro to see more. Let me see. What does hog mean in Nepali? Sumuro. Yeah, they are pigs. Actually, they are pigs. While we were chanting Hare Krishna, these youngsters were chanting hog hog hog. They were actually parading the hogs in Central Park, bowing down before them and worshiping them. Actually, wanted one hog. They actually wanted one hog to become a Christian. We wanted hogs to lead them. This has gone to such a length that one bee in a Seattle. I don't know. They're talking about the Seattle that is in. I think I think it is in. Wa- I don't know the state, but it is in the side of California. Is are they talking about that or it is Seattle? Uh, Seattle there was a demonstration with hawks, which the oh wait the hawks with boys and girls undressed themselves and got in the mug and play with the hawks, and this way where they were associating with the hogs and pigs which they were saved. All this is going on in a country where young people have good looking bodies, a great deal of money, and so many other advantages over the young people of other nations. The result of gaining all these advances is that they have simply taken hog worship. Even hog worship is, I'm sorry, anticepted long ago was described in Bhagavatam, which at least com- compared at least 5,000 years ago. The point is, the beautiful situation of life is utilized for beautiful and dragged forms, dragged forms of. In the Vedic history, we find that we in the Vedic history we find that there are many exalted emperors king who practice as his parents said, Dhruva Maharaj, Ambisa Maharaj, and Yudhishthira Maharaj, all great kings are most opulent, but at the same time they are great sages. With us, we set an example of those who have acquired good opportunity for a beautiful human life with all the facilities for economic development of good living. These opportunities should be used to attain even better life, and this is actualized by the practice of penance. At the present, we were existing in this. Oh wait, a material. Oh shoot, I messed it up. Sorry. We were in the last thing. Cause I used my hand. Um, we were right like right here. Um, Grace says, okay. Good opportunity to beautiful human life of all facility, economic development, and good living. This opportunity should be used to attain better life, and this is actualized by practice of presence. At the present, we are existing in this material world, but if we take process of Krishna consciousness, our consciousness would be purified. Even though American, European, young kids who are voluntarily practicing Krishna consciousness are very pleased to practice it. Process not process is not troublesome but pleasing. How they are realizing that purified existence continue consists that uh, different different between the difference between animal life and human life. If we purify our existence simply by following basic regulation of Krishna consciousness, which involve abstaining from illicit sexual connection, meditating, intoxication, gambling, we will gradually rise to attain our spiritual existence, which is completely pure. The says Rasabhava, says Rasabhava who told his sons that once they they purified their existence, they would have unlimited happiness. We are all indeed to attain peace and happiness, but whatever the peace and happiness we find in this material world is limited. If we if we but purify our existence and attain spiritual existence, we will experience unlimited peace and happiness. The spiritual world is not dry or abstract, as the point uh, out before. There is very great stress. They are a part of spiritual pleasure. Every experience in the faculties is the pleasure of dancing. There are young women and boys. Indeed, there is not so much old age, disease or death or pains. If we want to participate in unlimited happiness, knowledge, the eternal life, which constitute of actual heritage of spiritual world. We we should not waste this life by working hard for sense gratification and worshipping hogs, but we should accept a life devoted to the cultivation of Krishna consciousness, and then we will get unlimited happiness and unlimited pleasure. This is the of sum of and substance of Krishna consciousness movement. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare all. We have done the